Would you truly believe me if I told you that you could spend way less time working and more time making money? Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamia Dawkins. If you've never seen my face before, I would love to invite you to go ahead and subscribe on my channel. We talk about all things connected to living the intentional lady life so that you can live a life and build a business that I know that you'll absolutely love. Don't forget to hit the little bell for updates. In today's training video, I'm going to be teaching you all that you need to know about passive income. How exactly you can truly learn how to work less and make more money. So in today's video, you are going to have all of the clarity that you need surrounding helping you to be able to make the decision as to whether or not you want to go ahead and start doing some things in terms of business or different kind of ideas that will help you to finally get the passive income that you need so that you can absolutely work less and absolutely earn more money. Now, you're probably wondering, how in the world could I go ahead and make more money while working less? Is this really even a concept? I'm letting you know that absolutely yes. Now, you're able to make more money and absolutely work less through something called passive income. Yes, this is an absolutely real thing. So when we're talking about passive income, simply put, it is the concept that allows for you to do a task or a project, and then after you do that task or that project, then you have the potential to consistently make money off of the things that you've done over and over again over time. Now, passive income has been said to be able to help you to earn income with almost little to no effort. Now, while I believe that some aspects of passive income are true as it relates to that, I believe that anything that you are doing in life that you'll be making money from, except the lottery really, you'll have to go ahead and put a level of effort in. But the thing about passive income that I absolutely love is that you put in a lot of the effort at the front end, and then you're able to go ahead and receive all of the amazing benefits as time goes by. Now, one of the things that makes it a super doable and amazing concept is the part that basically lets you know that as you go ahead and put the project into place or you do the task up front, in the long end, you don't have to worry about manually maintaining whatever system or whatever project that you do, or let's say task that you put together. So like I mentioned, you go ahead and you do all the work up front, and then you consistently, passively get the consistent income from the thing that you've invested in on the front end over and over and over again. So some amazing examples so that you can really get the concept of what passive income is, according to Wikipedia, includes rental income or any other business activities in which the earner does not have to materially participate. Now, here's one of the tricky things about passive income. If you do not finish the project or the task that you set out to do, or whatever business idea that you want to see really grow, then you will not have the potential to be able to see the income, which is passive, that you really have the desire to receive. So one thing I have to let you know is that if you do want to set out to go ahead and receive passive income, you have to have a mentality that consistently pushes you to finish the thing that you set out to do. So I want to go ahead and give you some more examples of passive income. Maybe there have been certain streams that you went ahead and you have already tapped into. And so, for example, if you have ever written a book or you decide to do a book is an example of passive income, in that your book has the potential to earn money consistently, which is called royalties, after you went ahead and you published that book. Or let's say it's a digital book, whatever have you. If you have written a book and you have the potential to be able to market it the correct way, then you have the ability to have that consistent passive income. So my husband was able to do this through some books that he actually wrote and put on the Amazon Kindle platform. So still to this day, he'll get royalties from those books that he went ahead and did the work with up front. So it's consistently earning. And the more that he markets those particular books, the more the money is consistently coming in. And this is something that turns into a project that is effortless. Why? Because at the beginning, you do all the work in terms of writing the project, but then at the end, all you have to do is kind of put it on automatic, and you consistently earn royalties with that particular book. Now, I believe that the same thing applies to an ebook, which some people tend to do, versus an actual book. Now, you have the potential to earn passive income by creating an ebook almost in the same ways, even though it's not named as royalties in terms of the income that comes from a book versus, let's say, an ebook. Now, there are certain situations in that you can go ahead and put together an ebook and earn royalties if you're able to put it on particular platforms, but basically the concept is the same. So you put in an ebook anything that you are an expert at or whatever you have experience at, and then really have the potential to market that book and make that consistent, automatic, rolling passive income. I think that this is an amazing way to make sure that you're getting those coins rolling in. Now, two more ways you can go ahead and make passive income, or two more examples, could be a course that you go ahead and put together on the basis of your expertise. Now, once you go ahead and you do this course at the front end, then you don't have to worry about putting it together over and over and over again. If anything, you can go ahead and add different material to it, or let's say you want to tweak certain videos that you potentially go ahead and put within the course. Now, not all courses that I've seen anyway have to have videos. Some courses have to do with worksheets or either different templates and, you know, just other writings in the course that really just give people that how to in terms of the pain point that they have. But however you decide to put together your course, you have to once again put in all the work at the front end, and then once you put in that work, once you market that info product, then it has the potential to consistently earn income. And so one of my first courses that I went ahead and put together was a course, a mindset mini course called The Intentional Lady. I'll make sure that I put it in the description down below. Now, this course consistently has a potential to earn me income on the basis of how I decide to market it. So for example, me mentioning it in this video has a potential to have it to earn income. It is also something that I have put on my website, and if I have any other products that I go ahead that connect to that one product, then I have the potential to make consistent money on it as well. I've also consistently emailed it as a reminder to my email list, which is the Lady Society. And within this email list, it has a potential, even though I made it almost a year ago, to consistently earn money. This is definitely a great example of passive income. And then once again, putting all that work together on the front end so that you can consistently make that passive income over time. Now, if you're still kind of struggling about the concept as it relates to passive income, I want you to think metaphorically about the concept of the snowball effect. So usually hear this with regards to when people are trying to chip away at their debt. So you basically start off small, and then you have the potential to really pick up on the momentum of making sure that you are getting rid of all your debt with a snowball effect by doing the smallest things and then the large. So the concept is very much so the same with regards to passive income, where it's something that starts off small at the beginning, but then really has the potential to take off as you gain that consistent momentum, or in many cases with regards to info products or digital products, when you begin to gain that visibility, or you get the right marketing in place, or as you gain your audience. Another really cool example that I absolutely love that relates to passive income is the concept of having a YouTube channel. Now, with YouTube, there are not a whole lot of one-hit wonders. Some people do just one or two videos and they have had the potential to really go viral. But with most people on YouTube, there is definitely that snowball kind of perspective as well. Whereas you put out a whole lot of content on a consistent basis, and then the YouTube algorithm has the potential to go ahead and pick pick up your channel on the basis of the fact that you're doing your keyword research and you're consistent. And so they're able to learn more about all of the information or the content that you're putting on your channel. And then they can go ahead and tell, in my opinion, that you're serious about the content that you're putting out, and then they'll push it out to other audiences so that your channel has the potential to go viral. And so all in all, anything that you do surrounding passive income, you basically have to make up your mind to do. And like I keep saying, at the front end, you'll have to put in work just like a YouTube channel, but over time it picks up by itself, and then you see amazing potential, which then in turn allows for you to have more free time, and then you're able to do more of what you want to do on the basis of some of the goals that you set. Now, another way that you have the potential to really implement passive income within your life is by doing a rental property. So if you have the potential to, let's say, really purchase, let's say, a fixer upper, and then over time, after you fix up the property and you are able to invest different things at different times, let's say it takes you a year to put in for a rental property with maybe some money that you got from your tax return. Then after you go ahead and you put into that property the value that you want to be able to go ahead and rent it out for, then you can consistently see that income. So on the front end, let's say you decided to put in $10,000 or $20,000 for this fixer upper, and then you decided to put somebody on the property for, let's say, $1,200 to $1,500 a month. You can consistently either allow for them to rent out that fixer upper for a year's time and then consistently bring in new tenants, or try to see if you can get someone to sign a 2-year lease. Like, whatever it is that you want to do, once you go ahead and you do the work up front, then you have the opportunity to go ahead and get that consistent cash flow over time with regards to what you put in at the front end of the pot. So I believe that the way that you can really begin to work your mindset into really starting to get passive income is by trying to visualize and really get a full understanding of how you can go ahead and get the results that you want, but then at the same time save the time that's needed within your life. And so for me, this is a concept that is super important because of the fact that me and my husband have a lot on our plate in this particular season of our lives. So we are parents to 3 boys, but then at the same time we run a ministry, and then at the same time we have our own families in terms of our immediate families that might need us at times. So it's important for us to plug into different areas that would allow for us to have that concept of potential passive income. What can we do at the front end to consistently put in the work, but then at the same time save us time? So for me, I've been able to do one-to-one coaching, but the moment that I realized that I can go ahead and put my expertise into a course, one, it allowed for me to save time because of the fact that I didn't necessarily have to do the one-on-one coaching, and then it allowed for me to reach more people because of the fact that I can run group coaching sessions, which allows for women to, at one time of the onboarding season that I have that particular course open, they can all come into it, and I don't have to necessarily be spending time. Let's say my coaching sessions were probably about 50 minutes per client for like a 6-week span. So in the end, you get the same results in that I'm getting to serve my clientele, but then at the same time, if I put my programs in a course form, then I'm able to save that time and then consistently get the same results for the program that I'm offering in the course, but then also for the people that are looking for the results out of what they get from the course as well. Now, if you're thinking about doing YouTube with regards to passive income, I kind of just wanted to give you some insight as to how it works. So when you consistently put out different YouTube videos, like I mentioned before, at the front end, you probably won't see much movement, and most people get discouraged and then they give up, and then they're not able to see the results of all the work that they probably already done at the front end. And so when it comes to YouTube, what happens is that when you gain that consistency, then like I mentioned, YouTube has the potential to be able to learn your rhythm, and then they learn the content that you're putting out, so then they know who to push it out to, or they know who to test it before. And then what happens is that after your channel gains the needed 4,000 watch time hours as well as 1,000 subscribers, then I think they pretty much know that you're here on the platform to stay. And then they grant you the opportunity to really gain the momentum of passive income through ad revenue. And so you can have a video that you did a year ago that's still consistently earning income on the basis of the ads that you place in the video. And this is a form of passive income. That means that you can absolutely go to sleep and you are earning money on a month-to-month basis through YouTube. Another example of passive income overall is entrepreneurship. Most entrepreneurs get into entrepreneurship really bootstrapping, really trying to learn the ropes as well as putting different things into practice within their business. Certain things work, certain things don't work, but over time you gain that authority, you gain that know-how, you become even more of an expert in your field on the basis of how you're really pressing to become a better entrepreneur every single day. And then over some time, after you really get what they call some skin in the game, then you have some potential to really grow. Your audience begins to really trust you, and then you have the potential to make the necessary and needed income in entrepreneurship. Now, when it comes to the concept of passive income, I think that people really trip up because of the fact that they know that they want to do it, but they don't exactly know where to start. And so that's one of the worst things that you could really get stuck in that place of procrastination. Now, when it comes to this concept, you just gotta kind of figure out what you want to do, make a choice, and then go ahead and kind of jump into the river, so to speak. But at the same time, what you need to keep in mind is that even if you start one avenue of passive income, you have the potential to try several other ways of doing the same thing, because like I mentioned before, you're not going to have to consistently put in the same amount of work with whatever the idea is on a consistent basis, unless you're like updating a system, let's say if it's a digital product. But if you have a rental property, let's say in particular, then you don't have to worry about like redoing the whole property. Maybe you may have to update certain things over time, or like change the roof every 10 years on the rental property, but there's not a whole lot that you have to consistently put in to the whole passive income concept. The biggest thing that you have to do, once again, is just make a choice about which one you want to start with. And I think passive income is kind of addictive, because once you begin to see that income come in after you've waited, after you've put so much work in, then it becomes kind of addictive, because you know that you have the potential to consistently earn on the work that you do at the front in whatever endeavors or projects. So just make a choice about what you want to start to do. And let's say you decide to do like a weigh-in system, whereas if you really want to do a passive income project, but you know that you don't have the upfront cost, like let's say $10,000 to put into a fixer-upper, or let's say a rental property that you see, well then in that case, go ahead and do something that's more feasible. Maybe teach some online classes about how people can go ahead and obtain rental property, so that you can gain the money that you need to be able to go ahead and do the income property. So you just got to kind of figure out what you can absolutely do, what you may have the time or the money to do first. And once you're able to figure that out, then you can jump in, and more than likely with that concept, you'll end up doing both of the things that you want to do in the long run. So you just utilize what you have first so that you can go ahead and make it happen. So before you go ahead and make a choice about what kind of passive income you want to start to go ahead and work at, I really want to encourage you to make sure that you finish whatever task or project that you start. You will consistently be frustrated and you will feel terrible if you don't start it. So don't start something and feel like, oh my goodness, it's too hard. No, it's just you simply making an investment within whatever business endeavor you have or business idea, and everything that you start, because of the fact that you don't necessarily know everything about it, is going to make you uncomfortable. But after some time of being uncomfortable, once you really get the concept, you get the idea, then you'll gain that momentum, like the snowball effect, and before you know it, you'll have something absolutely amazing. So think about the concept of the seeds that you're basically sowing. They're invisible right now. No one around you can see the seeds that you're sowing, but you know that you put the seed in the ground, and so the roots are taking root, and before you know it, that beautiful thing that you planted is going to absolutely flourish. But you have to keep watering it in order for it to come forth, and that's you just making sure in this case that you put all of everything that you want to put into creating this project or this passive income at the front end. And remember, then you'll be able to see the fruit of what it is that you went ahead and planted in the end. So in the comments down below, out of all of the different ways that you can make passive income that I went ahead and mentioned, let me know which one you're thinking about going ahead and really starting with. It's going to be something that's absolutely amazing once you go ahead and decide what you want to do. So I went ahead and put together a free gift for you if you are the type of person that's saying, hey, I'm ready to jump in, but I'm trying to figure out exactly where to start. In the comments down below, I went ahead and put my Success Online Business Plan Guide so that you can get started with the concepts and the ideas of the potential business that has passive income in it that you can go ahead and get started with. Now, there's one more thing that I absolutely have to let you know, and that is I believe in you. I'll see you again here soon. Ciao.